Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff. Today is our Gameweek 12 Quickfire review. Joff, kick us off, mate. How did you get on in Gameweek 12?
Can't complain, 75 points. Just the one transfer, brought in Danny Ings of all players. Just thought, you know what, I just felt a goal was coming. I think he had one shot, one goal. I'll take it, 7 points. Thanks, Danny. But
Very nice, mate. I interject here. When you told me you brought in Danny Ings, I thought you'd lost your freaking mind. So, bravo, mate. Bravo to you for pulling that one off. I'm very impressed.
Well, he's got some decent fixtures in the respect. He's got Arsenal away next game week, but then he's got Watford at home and Norwich at home. And I know that Southampton's pretty piss poor, but I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to take a punt here, and so far it's paid off. We'll keep you guys posted.
Not about Danny Ings, though. Colour me impressed. Move on, mate.
Popey in goal, 9 points. Loved it. Thanks, Popey. And Salah got his goal. Abraham got his goal, and Jamie Vardy. So it was probably the first time in a while that my highest scoring bloody player got the captain's armband on him. So I'm wrapped up with that. So I'm up to 60 odd K. So can't complain too much. How about yourself, man? How'd you go?
Yeah, very nice there, mate. Yeah, very similar to you. Ended up on 70 points. Another green arrow for Mickey's boys. Up to 100k in the world. My best rank so far.
Nice.
Loving my team at the moment. It's in such a good space. I had 2 free transfers. Decided just to use one, just to basically shore up the bench. Really, I brought in Mr. Rico for Henley, who was just Henley was just literally rotting on my bench, and as poor as Norwich have looked, I really reconsider bringing him in. So he's gone. Rico's in. He's looking really good. I mean, he only got me 1 point this week, but I'm not too worried about that. His attacking potential is there for all to see. So he will become my third defender alongside Soy Latte and Lundstrom. Lundstrom again had another cracker, only 2 points for him, but who cares, mate? The guy is just a beast. Play him every week. Just don't miss out on Lundstrom's points. Don't cry about him when you don't get him. But yeah, similar midfield to you. Had Salah, Mount, Sterling, KDB in there. Nothing major there besides the Salah goal. Again, the City guys let us down. We'll talk about them a bit later.
Yep.
Up front, Vardy, captain, is just like you, but Jimenez is my guy, mate. He's back-to-back 9-pointers. He is on an absolute tear at the moment. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jimenez. Even though he played 90 in Europa, still, he's
getting slaved, isn't he?
He just gets absolutely just ran ragged by Mr.
Espirito
Santos, and he's got an international break now. Hopefully he doesn't go to Mexico. I'll have to wait and see what happens there. But no, great week in the end. Another green arrow. Why don't you jump into our first hot topic, Joffy?
So Leicester, we're loving Leicester at the moment. They're so cheap. They're not nasty, So someone like Maddison and Tielemans and Vardy, these 3 players all got returns in this game, and they've all got returns all season. Obviously, Soyuncu got his 8-pointer as well. So they're too cheap to ignore me.
No, absolutely, mate. Up to second in the table, Leicester now, Joff. I mean,
so crazy.
It is. This Leicester team, you really can't. People got to stop sleeping on this Leicester team. I only own 2 Leicester assets, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the international break, I will own 3, because like you said, the value in that Leicester team is amazing. They're going to be in the top 4. I called that, I think, a couple of weeks ago, that they're definitely going to finish top 4. That top 4 is now everyone can see that it's starting to break away. I mean, you think this Leicester team's going to be able to stick it out with Captain Brendan Rodgers at the helm?
Yeah, I reckon there's no doubt. They're showing their form, and they've just got a good thing going, and it's all working. All the players are fitting. Even you've got Ben Chilwell as well, who's another player that we've got to look at. He's getting forward a lot, but yeah, just definitely keep an eye on Leicester. That's something that we've got to make sure we pay them the respect.
Yeah, that's it, man. I think owning a Leicester midfielder, defender, and Vardy is going to become near essential very soon. And Maddison looks like he's taking the reins off Tielemans, but Tielemans chipped in with an assist. But that goal by Maddison was really nice. Nice play by Leicester. They're looking legit, mate. Very legit.
Fun to watch.
Well, talking about another team is looking legit, Liverpool, mate. Like, this was just title credentials, mate. That game, the Liverpool assets. It's time. It's time, mate. That the City game is turned. It's turned many an eye, I reckon, towards Liverpool assets.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely time that you've got basically 3 Liverpool assets. I think it's time. It's got to happen now. Like TAA, Mane, Salah, that's probably going to be the stock 3 that you want. But they've just got such a great run upcoming, So it's hard to ignore,
No, I agree, mate. The fixtures are looking great. Crystal Palace, Brighton, Everton, Bournemouth, Watford, but then a blank in game week 18, Joff.
True.
So if we are going to be tripling up on this Liverpool team, you are going to need to have a bench to compensate for that game week 18 blank. But in saying that, I think Salah and Mane it's a risky option.
Definitely.
Those two though they deliver. Mane's in an absolute, he's in a tear, just killing it, great form. His stats aren't the best. Salah's stats are really good. So I mean, owning one of them I think is enough. But if you want to go, a little bit different and own both, that could pay off dividends, mate, massively.
Yeah.
The other option is of course owning two at the back.
Yeah.
Owning Robbo and TAA. So it's one of those. But I
I
mean,
think that's the
Firmino's kind
riskier
of on
option,
a
to be
well,
honest, though. Like because
okay.
obviously you got two bloody Liverpool defenders there that aren't keeping clean sheets. They're just getting attacking returns. It's insane what Klopp does to those boys. They just get whipped down that wing and they do well. They've been consistently pointing. It's been pretty special what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean Firmino's gone off the boil, so he's kind
Yeah,
of
it's weird.
off the cards at the moment. But definitely, I mean, I'm looking at it. I think a lot of people are going to start looking at these Liverpool assets a lot seriously over the international break, mate. Why don't we move on to talking about the top four breakaway? We've seen this gap now build up with the Leicester in second on 26, Chelsea on 26 points, City on 25, and then you got Sheffield United in fifth place on 17
Wow.
points. I don't think I'd be saying that at the end
No
of game
way.
week 12, mate.
No way.
But this Sheffield United team, they're standing up and being counted.
Yeah, so Sheffield United doing well in the business in fifth place, but these top four teams, just try to fit as many of them into your team as possible. But let's move straight into the City assets because this is the one team that we're a bit iffy about, aren't we, Mick?
They've been letting us down massively of late, and I think it's time. I think it could be time to cash in on a City asset. I mean, a lot of people have been cashing in on Aguero, obviously, for obvious reasons, that with the job sharing with Jesus. But maybe people out there, managers out there that own Sterling and KDB. Maybe it's time to cash in on one of them, mate. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people are going to do it. I think Sterling just went down as well, so he's worth 12. So it's something that I can see Sterling potentially going down again over the international break. KDB, I'm not too sure. I don't know why people could be taking him out. He's 2 million cheaper, and he's leading the assist by double. He's doubling anyone else in the assist. But it's time to start to really consider, especially Aguero. Anyone that owns Aguero, you got to look at that. Like even though he played against Liverpool, didn't score. It's just something that maybe it's time Aguero goes as well, mate.
I'm sure this City team will turn it around, but I'm not going to be sitting around waiting with two assets in my. If you own two, obviously not many people own City defenders at the moment, but if you own say Sterling and KDB or even KDB and Aguero, you're going to be thinking about taking one of them out and cashing in, using that money on Liverpool assets. Basically, that's what I'm thinking of doing, and I think that's the smart thing to do with the Liverpool fixtures coming up.
I think
So moving on to the fixture pile-up prep, basically what we're talking about here is getting your team ready for Christmas, because when Christmas comes rolling around, these Premier League fixtures get really thick and fast, mate. You got midweek games, weekend games, rolling into more midweek games. It gets real nasty, and there's going to be a lot of rotation, a lot of injuries, mate. So we're just putting the word out there to get your benches sorted.
Yeah, it's so true. The benches need to be looked at right now. Like get amongst it. Especially if you got two freebies, like how you did it this week. You use one of them for the bench to kind of consolidate. I think it's just really important to even just start to look ahead to those fixtures as well and see if there's a cheap defender you can put in that you might use. You know what I mean? Sometimes that kind of planning, instead of making a nothing sub, it's not a bad idea.
We're absolutely spoilt this season with players like Lundstrom, Rico, that are super cheap at the back, that are playing week in, week out, that are offering more than just defensive returns. So there really is no excuse to not have a decent bench this season. And what I'm thinking personally for my own team is something that a lot of people can learn from is cashing in on like someone like Sterling, for example, spreading that money over the team so that my team is strengthened for that Christmas period. What do you think
Yeah.
about that, Joel?
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. Totally agree. All the way there, all the way.
Excellent. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy what we do, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications, and we'll be sending out a lot more videos real soon. If you want to hit us up on Twitter and Instagram, you can hit us up on the socials. Also, if you want to give us any support, head over to patreon.com. We've got a Patreon page. You can sign up to one of the tiers there. We're always on that. Always hitting up the guys on the Slack channel. We've got a private Slack channel where we chat with all our patrons. We're about 20 strong in there now at the moment. So it's a great little community we've got in there. Always good to bounce ideas off everybody. And I love it in there. I always chuck my team in there and let him have a go at it, because you get a lot more unbiased opinions from people than what you get on Twitter. Twitter's a bit more, a little bit extravagant on Twitter. So yeah, guys, thank you very much, guys. As we say at FPL, take the hit. Always remember to stay positive.
Keep chasing them green arrows, guys.
Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Take the hit, take the hit.